What's up, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of Lockdown 23-1. I'm going to be talking about something pretty important today, okay? This goes out to people that are in and out of jail or know they're going to jail. Some people don't have the luxury of knowing when they're going to go to jail. It just happens and they're locked up for a while. But most of the time, you usually get a bond and you get out and you have to go to court, or you're on probation and you don't know if you're going to go to jail because of a dirty urine and stuff like that. But, you know, like for me, when I first started going in my criminal life, I was going in and out of jail, okay? Juvenile, and then I went to adult and I was coming in and out. I kept getting bonds. It wasn't until I started catching serious charges, you know, like abduction with a firearm and malicious wounding and grand larcenies, that I stopped getting bonds. And you know, this also for people on probation that gets out and they can't stop doing their drugs and stuff, and they know that it's only an amount of time before they get caught and sent back to jail over dirty drug screens. So that's what this video is for. People that know they're going to jail sooner or later. Or it's just nice to be prepared in case, you know, something happens. Now, when I first started going to jail, I realized there was a couple things that I needed, okay? I learned this on the first time. I more had it in tune on the second time of going to prison. I was more prepared. But the first time, you know, I wasn't really prepared, and I wish I did some of these steps before I went in, because it would have made my life much, much easier. Now, one of the first things you got to realize is most jails, they allow you to have whites, okay? White clothing. Like, they'll take everything, strip you of everything, even your socks if they're colored. But I know most of the jails I've been into, or prisons, they allow you to keep your white clothing. So, one of the first and probably one of the most important things to get ready for is to always have some whites, okay? Have some whites on you in person, whether it's in your car in the back seat. You tell the officer, hey, before you take me in, can you give me these whites? Let me bring the whites with me. Or like me, what I did, I always wore white boxers, white socks, and if it was cold, I'd always have a white thermal on, because if I went to jail, at least I would have clothing. They won't take those from me because they are whites, okay? So if you know you are going to jail and you're about to go to the courtroom, you know, it's nice to dress good in front of the judge, but always have your whites on underneath of your clothing, because that's the last thing you want, man. Trust me, when I first went in jail, they took everything from me. I didn't even have boxers. All I had was a jumpsuit that they gave me from jail. I didn't have no socks. My feet were getting sweaty in those shower shoes all day. Feet were freezing. I went into the holding tank, man. I was wrapping myself up with toilet paper just to stay warm, okay? I look like a mummy. So you want to keep those whites on hand. If you're not wearing them, keep them in your car, in the trunk or something, and I guarantee a police officer will allow you to have them, okay? If he doesn't, then you're just screwed. Always wear white boxers around, okay? Because that is probably the most important. You're going to want some boxers in jail. Sitting on that cold steel and concrete all day with no boxers but that little jumper on, it's going to hurt you, man. It's really going to hurt you, and it's going to make your life hell on earth going to that jail. Next, you know, when people go to jail or prison, there's some things that they really need, okay? And one of those things is phone calls, letters, support from the outside, okay? You need this support. And, you know, I've trained myself to always have that support ready. I've got a lot of family members that support me as well, but for people that don't have family members, or, you know, they're just trying to figure out who's going to support me while I'm in here. Well, I'm going to tell you, you know, there's a lot of dating websites out there, okay? There's a lot of things you can do in order to have someone out there helping you. And, you know, it doesn't matter who it is, okay? You could find, don't take this the wrong way, I'm not trying to put down large people or anything, but you could go out there and find a 600-pound woman, okay, and befriend her and, you know, speak that sweet nothing into her ear, just so you know that when you do get locked up, you have that big block waiting for you, waiting to send you letters and mail all the time. You know, you got to play your role. You got to play your position. I know it's kind of messed up to say that, but you got to think of yourself and what you're going to do and how you're going to survive in jail. And letters, money, stuff like that, it really makes your time so much easier, okay? So go out there, find yourself a girl. She might not be the most beautiful, most sharpest tool in the shed, you know. She's probably someone that you wouldn't want to be around at all on the streets. But you know what? Those are probably the most loyalist, okay? They will be there riding with you throughout the whole thing. But the bad part about this is when you get out, okay? When you get out, you're going to be in trouble. Like, I had one time, you know, she was writing me forever in prison. She visited me all the time. This was before I met my wife and had kids and stuff like that. This girl, she used to drive hours to come see me in prison, okay? Like 4-hour drives. She would write me all the time. Always be there to pick up the phone. And when I got out, I went to her house and started living there. But I didn't want to live there, okay? So, you know, I did some ruthless stuff, man. Like, I was ruthless growing up. You have no idea, man. I might seem like a cool, calm, collective individual right here in front of this YouTube camera. But what I'm trying to tell you is I was ruthless and I didn't care about anything but myself. So when I got out of doing this long bid and this girl was holding me down, sending me money and all this, that, and third, I went back to her house. I stayed there, and I remember it was her birthday the second day that I was out. What did I do? I left, man. As soon as on her birthday, I left. I think I went to the strip club and all this, that, and third, and she was stranded there with her friends and birthday cake, and she didn't have me there when she thought I was going to be riding with her forever, you know? I'm sorry if, you know, I'm sorry that I had to do stuff like that, but I was ruthless, man. I didn't care about anyone but myself, and I had to survive in prison. That's what it comes down to. And another weird thing is be sure to know, when you go into that visitation room, when she comes to visit you, don't be feeling bad because she ain't the best looking girl coming to see you, okay? It doesn't matter. You better suck up your pride and realize that this girl is holding you down, okay? Anyone, your friends, anyone, you got to plan ahead for the future, and that means you need someone to hold you down while you are locked up, okay? That is very vital to being in jail or prison. And, you know, like I said, I don't feel good about it. You know, I did it. It's done. It's been years and years, and I think about it a lot sometimes, like, dang, man, I really did people dirty back in the day. But anyways, that is what it is. You gotta plan for that lockdown time, and you need those letters, and you need that mail, and you need that phone call. You need money. You need to eat. So plan that. Next is you might be broke. You might be working at McDonald's. You might be working at a fast food place. You might be homeless. I don't care what you are, okay? But if you know that you are doing dirt on the streets and you could get locked up at any time, another great thing to do is to save at least $100, $200. Keep it on your possession at all times, okay? Because if you get locked up, they'll take that money with you, okay? Now, if you got a bunch of drugs, they're going to confiscate the money, okay? But what I'm saying is, if you aren't selling drugs, this, that, and the third, and you need to save at least $100, $200, keep it on your possession. I don't care how long it takes. And get ready for the long haul. It might mean you have to sell some of your personal items at the local pawn shop. It doesn't matter. If you know you're going to jail, you need at least $100 to get yourself on your feet, to buy some socks in case you didn't listen to me and wore whites, okay? You need to be prepared. You need to get ready for that long haul. That's right. $100 will get you a good amount of food, a little bit of clothing, and cosmetics, okay? And that will get you going in jail. Maybe you can start hustling from there. Maybe you could start gambling, anything to make more money, or preserve your food, or start a store box if you if you feel like you got the respect in the pod, you can start a store box with that little bit of $100 and keep flipping it. Keep flipping it every store day. So that's another super vital thing to do before you go to jail. Save up a little bit of money and put it on the side pocket. Okay? Do not lose it. Keep it with you wherever you go. Next is address book. Okay? People get locked up and I always hear them say when they're in lockup, they always say, can I please have this number? Can I please have this phone number out my phone before I get locked up? I need this phone number. And most deputies will allow you to get that phone number. But some won't. And what are you going to do when you don't have no phone numbers and no one to call because everything's saved in your phone? Well, I'm here to tell you, you need to get a little piece of paper, write down every address and every phone number that you might call, okay? And I'm telling you, you're going to be calling some random people. I used to pick up the phone and just dial random numbers, and hopefully it's called phishing. I used to pick up the phone, dial random numbers when I was bored, and you'd be surprised how many random people would accept the call and just talk to me for no freaking reason, man. Usually like older men, older guys, they're weird. I don't understand why they would even press accept, but you know what? I'm so bored, I would hold conversations with these complete strangers. You know, at first I would say, oh dang man, I think I got the wrong number. I'm in jail. Who is this? You know, that's how I started off, and then it would all follow into conversation. I'd be like, hey man, do you mind if I call you every once in a while? Just say what's up. I know I don't know you that much, but I've been talking to you and you know I might need the support. And you'd be surprised. That guy will probably help you out, man. He's probably like 90 years old, ain't got nothing better to do than talk to a convict on the phone. So you never know, man. Go fishing on that phone. But always keep an address book, not specifically a book, address book, but a piece of paper that you can fold up and put in your wallet with phone numbers, addresses, information of that kind. Anyways, so that's pretty much it. There is also one other thing, you know, if you got pets or personal possessions at home, if you're not living with family, if you're living with roommates, make sure that stuff is prepared and ready to be put away or sell it. Get rid of it and be ready to prepared to start over again when you get out. Okay? So those are some of the major things that you need to do before you go to jail, if you know you're going to jail. And mark my words, man, if you follow those steps that I told you, you will have a much better life in jail. And another vital thing that you need to do, I never really did this, but I should have done it on numerous occasions, and that is I should have went to the dentist. I should have went to the hospital, got checked out, got my shots, whatever. Have your prescriptions on hand if you take meds. Always have your prescriptions on hand. If you wear glasses, always have your glasses on hand, okay? Because those are the things that you can take with you. If you can't get your prescriptions, they will find a prescription that best fits you for your problems. Glasses, God, I wish I had glasses when I went in there. It took me forever to get them, okay? I had to wait to go to prison to get some new glasses. Or most of the time your family could bring you some glasses, but sometimes, you know, you don't have family. There's a lot of people out there who don't have family and depend solely on themselves, okay? So make sure you have your glasses, contacts, anything of that nature, that prescriptions, anything, man. Inhalers, make sure you have them on hand because those are things you can take into jail with you. They might have to process them first, you know, write them down, whatever they need to do. That's what's going to happen. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the quick little rundown of what you need to do before you go to jail, okay? It's very vital. Very. I'm telling you. I wish I'd known these things. I wish I could watch myself on YouTube before I ever went to jail because it was rough. I went in there like I was just born again, okay? Nothing on. They took everything from me. All I had to my name was a couple sheets, a mattress, and an orange jumpsuit and some flip-flops. You know, that's it, man. So always remember that. All the tactics, if you run my video back and write down everything that you need to do before you go to jail. And I hope you don't go. But this, like I said, this is for the people that know, without a doubt, they're probably going to go back to jail sooner or later. So I want to thank everyone who's been liking and subscribing to my channel. Y'all are amazing, man. You know, I got more comments and more subscribers than I ever thought I would have, you know. I never thought I'd have like 1,400 subscribers. I know it's not that many compared to most. But you know what? I've been watching the analytics, and at this pace, I'll be increasing viewers and subscribers dramatically. And I'm very, very happy for it. And that's what keeps me going, okay? I'm not even monetized yet. I'm still under review for 2 months. So, you know, this is what's keeping me going, is seeing that people are watching this and probably getting a little information on how to survive prison, or get prepared for prison, or just do at-home tattoos, or even cook a good meal. Anyways, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, man, go do it now, because I'm just getting started. As I always say it, I just started about a month ago, and I'm really enjoying myself. Until the next time, death I bring.